Well, my sort of landlady, she says to me, "You got a present for your younger son getting married in a month or so?" No, I hadn't thought about that. I said, hadn't crossed my mind. You see, and being of a very modest income disposition, living on a state pension, um, I'm not sure about this. What to do about it? And within a very short period of time, a couple of hours, not thinking about it particularly at all, just for a little while, when she said, "It's come to me. What do you really value, Marshall? Spiritual things." Now, you would think superficially that my younger son doesn't, because he's not a religious sort of person or a believer in God. And he's very much into computing, engineering, and so on. But I do have something that will be of inestimable value to him. What one would loosely refer to as wisdom, I suppose, but then that is what the spiritual is, ideally, I suppose. And it's to let him know that I so appreciate his and his wife-to-be's help to me when I was incredibly distressed, my third wife going, and homeless, and without finance or job, of course. I mean, I was already elderly. And they had me live in their house, which they were renting off my second wife, their mum, my boy's mum. And they let me rent their living room, which they weren't using, apart from the odd party. Otherwise, it was just left cold and empty. And it made a lovely studio room to live in. I cordoned off one half of it, well, sort of 40% of it for my daughter when she comes. Bed there and little bedroom, so to speak. Curtain between us, you know. And I was there for 5 years. I had the use of the garden. I had it as an organic garden. Grew lots of, planted fruit trees as if I was going to be there forever and so on. So I do have a present to give. To let him know how much I appreciate him. And to me, what a wonderful son he's been. I used to take him to and from work each day for presumably all of the 5 years. Because he didn't want to learn to drive. Couldn't be bothered. Dad would take him to work and pick him up. And that was lovely. We used to have very good conversations. He knew my obsession with spiritual things, and I knew his fascination with modern life, and my training as an economist is pretty worldly, so I can adapt to different interests as well. just have great conversations. And of course, at the same time, I'm in appreciation to his partner, Fijian Indian. They were the same age. They met at 15 at school in class. They've been together now. I'm not sure if he's 26 or 27. Both of them, of course. And you know, what a thing, such an age difference. I mean, I'm older than most parents would be, you see. They're 26, as I say, or 27 now, and I'm 78, so I mean, it's half a century between us. To live for 5 years with, I mean, sharing kitchen, weren't we, things like that, bathroom and so on, laundry. How amazing. I'm so thankful to them both. Do you know the greatest desire, apart from emergencies like, the necessities of life? Greatest desire in human nature is to be appreciated. I can let them know my appreciation of them both. And I think that's going to be my wedding present. If you're of a worldly turn of mind, you might think this was a pretty poor show. But it's another way of saying your dad loves you, isn't it? And it's that which I see as fundamental to fullness of life. To be in a position where you trust that God loves you as your heavenly dad. Except, of course, unlike Marshall, I mean, we're talking about an earthly dad here. But that's how we come to understand the possibility of the wonderfulness of a heavenly dad. And that transforms your life into a life abundance here and life eternal beyond. So I give the greatest present that I can value. And I hold they will value in the fullness of time. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.